Where is my charger? I'm gonna plug this sucker in, and I won't be on here that long. Just FYI, that black sector, and I do mean all of them, they're all gang stalkers. And the crazy part about it is that um, they're busy trying to file charges against each other, which they should do, because there's been way too much illegal activity going on that they've been getting away with. And sorry about that. I wonder if y'all could even hear me. I'm sorry about that. That little corner that I was in, it just blacks out my internet because I have my own internet connection. And I'm over here folding laundry. So I wanted to say real quick, um, and I'm going to try to repeat everything that I just said verbatim because it's important information so that people will know the truth. Those people in that black sector are not normal. They are to never be trusted. Do not ever talk to any of them. Do not give them your personal information. If they ever come up with websites and things of that nature, do not ever give those people ever, ever, ever your address or your personal information. And I do mean all of my adversaries, okay, that I have discussed. Um, because I think it's funny how they try to act or behave normally. They've got so called, listen, if you were serious about what you're talking about, you wouldn't have to bring up Jamila's name. So even though old girl, whole girl, from Figaro over there is claiming that she's still going to press charges against Mike. Okay, press charges against Mike. She, it's every day, it's all about trying to be better than or bigger than or something because those people have mental problems. Now, she again goes live talking about Talia, Emmy Lou, goes live again talking about her issues, how she's still pressing charges against Mike. What do I have to do with that? She says, hell no, I'm not going to sit up here and let him do that. I'm not Jamila. Jamila didn't press charges. Actually, not only has it been reported the revenge porn that Mike did for years. Okay, Georgia is slow. Not only has it been reported, but I've been reporting y'all sector for over 10 years. I've been reporting y'all whole sector. What are you talking about? It ain't just Mike. Trust me, there's no police officer or judge that's going to get confused to fall for the okey doke and say, well, because you're a gang stalker that pretended and tricked and fooled this woman into meeting up with you, that means that you're exonerated. Even if me and Mike had a real relationship, or if he was a real ex-partner of mine, it would still be considered revenge porn. I don't want to, these people have no fucking logic. So, it's just really, really weird. So I've got cases against all of y'all pending. What are you talking about? Now, what I wanted to speak about is how they always try to make it seem like they are normal. Again, do not ever, 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 ever get involved with any of those crazy people. Do not tell them where you work. Do not tell them where you live. Report them to the police immediately. Because what they're doing is a scam, it's phishing. Okay? None of them can ever be trusted. And as I stated, Roxanne, the one that's been in a chat room talking about me and you don't even know me. See how your address got put out there, where you work? What now? You apparently must have trusted these people enough to disclose your information. I can't. But did Jamila do that? Did my wicked curses and spells do that? I made that happen? Possibly. Because you was over there talking big shit. I mean, making fun of me and shit, knowing that, maybe that's how that happened. That's called divine justice, swift justice that happened to you. Um, I couldn't go live from my other channel, which is fine because they've been flagging. Again, no one understands why they're flagging. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. There have been many, many, many reports that have went in on Mike, on that whole sector. You're not going to tell me when I should report something, and then this is their dumb logic. So I guess that means that I liked it, welcomed it, or I'm okay with it, just because I haven't went to the police, my local police, on your time. So that means that a gang stalker gets to take credibility, or you get some kind of clout off of me because I haven't reported your gang stalking, which, by the way, this very same person is the one that was calling my uncle. Talia was one of the people that called my uncle. Like, are y'all looking at the damn logic? Literally, the gang stalkers are trying to prove that somebody ain't shit, trying to prove that a person is not stable, trying to prove all this stuff about people while they're gang stalking a person. That and see, this is where, when it comes to my mind is always way too sharp and clear on that shit. And of course, we're dealing with nagats. We're dealing with nagats that, I'm not for the streets. I was always very sheltered. And you know how you have nagats that run around saying, "Oh, you slow," when they commit crimes against you. Yeah. Oh, that person is slow. And you're not slow for harassing and bothering people? What about you stalking people? That's their logic, though. And they do it right out in front of everybody, literally threatening people's lives and everything. It was also reported when Bum Dot's girlfriend pulled up at my house in Georgia, threatening to shoot 16 rounds in my house. That was reported. don't mean that they're not going to ever follow up on it. Got the report and everything sent in the video. Okay, maybe it's perhaps I got y'all. I don't need the police to protect me and my loved ones against y'all. Y'all are literally puppets, and I just don't understand it. But here's what I want to talk about. This is what I cannot stand about these particular gang stalkers. Why do people enable their mental illness? They enable each other's mental illness. People that are up to the type of psychosis that those people are up to, they surround themselves with people that only agree with what they believe in or what they do. And that's stupid because what you all are doing is dumb. Now, Bum Dot. Of course, Bum Dot is completely obsessed with me. Like, literally, when I met up with Mike, Bum Dot came to social media acting like a fucking jilted lover. How does he prove that he's not even a jilted lover? He's a crazy psycho who I never agreed to meet up with, and he's been stalking me ever since. How does he prove that he's not mentally ill? By coming on here every single day, going to different panels, talking negatively about me. Wow. So the bum is currently acting like a jilted lover. Mike is trying to act like a jilted lover, even though he's only 10% human. The bum literally now is feeding off of Mike and his bullshit. And now all of a sudden, Jamila is just nasty. And my vagina so-called stinks, even though no, it does not. Right? It's so disgusting. And none of it is my fault. That's why I don't have to suffer from it. Ain't none of it my fault. It's that ignorant Mike. Mike does sit up there and played himself a game. But then again, by next week, it'll be something different. Constantly. How do you do that as a fucking adult? What is wrong with you? And but keep in mind, y'all, all of this dumb shit that Mike does, guess who's catching the heat for it? Mayoko. Jamila ain't got nothing to do with that shit. In fact, I don't understand why that group, and I think it's probably because Miyoko has donated, possibly, to that group because they're so in dire straits all the fucking time. Why do they automatically connect me with Mike? And so they come for me because their excuses that they're coming for me because of my association with Mike, when I'm not, and nor have I ever been Mike's girlfriend or his woman or his bitch. It's so ridiculous. It really is. And the truth of the matter is that I ain't never fucked with none of you people. Goodness gracious. All right, my chicken and rice is almost done, y'all. I got stuff done late tonight. Let me put this on the back burner. And I'm excited because I'm gonna make my I'm gonna make my gravy. I need to chop up and saute some onions. It's insanity. These people ain't got nothing else better to do, and I can assure you that the reason why they try to stick close to Jamila is because they want to make it seem like they want to make it look like they're real and authentic. I have no connection with any of those people whatsoever. Bum Dot went crazy when he was able to hook up with this with Amanda. Literally, I only met Amanda twice. And now at this point, she has milked it for all that it's worth years ago. Goodness gracious. I don't want anything to do with any of those people. And I don't have anything to do with any of those people. Okay? That's just the fact of life. In fact, I'm having a hard time understanding how in the fuck they not embarrassed. God damn, it's a struggle. They just scuttlebutting around. God damn. Hey, I'm in social media. Let me act a fool. Like, goodness gracious. Can anybody see me? Yes, we see you, and you look retarded. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. But Bum Dot is really trying to carry forth this whole me and him had something going on, even though we only spoke on the phone. And I've never, ever, like, sat and seriously talked to that bum ever. Right? Like, that's the fucking kicker about the shit. Is that literally there's never been anything between me and Bum Dot. Ever. But he wants to go around, Jamila nasty. I'm getting revenge on her. So Bum Dot thought that when Mike got to acting a fool with me, even though we all knew that Mike was going to act a fool, because that's what the fuck Mike is. He's an idiot. Bum Dot acts like it's some kind of karma. Yeah, bitch. That's why you should have treated me better. I was your man. When? And then how do you maintain the front level of self-esteem? I don't need to compare myself to any of you idiots to have clout or self-esteem. Y'all compare yourself to each other, which is retarded. All of y'all look stupid already. I can't. And I am not socially connected to these people at all. And I put my right hand up to God, to the gods. I don't talk to any of those people. I'm not in on it. I'm not collaborated with it. I only briefly kind of became cool with Amanda in 2020 fucking 4. Can you believe it? He'll mention it too. That shit was back in 2024 when me and Mike finally fell out. And Amanda is too much of a fake and a fraud to actually be cool with somebody. That's why I never remained friends with her. Because as soon as I became cool with her, she began to just like literally, y'all saw the messages if you didn't see them. I mean, it was obvious that that girl was literally just trying to, just keep a bunch of drama going, literally, she was married to Tony at the time, and she contacted me every 5 minutes, and I'm busy. This was back in 2020. I'm like, girl, I am busy. Ain't that your husband? I asked her one day, I said, ain't that your husband? Ain't y'all married? How do you not, like honestly, like, and she wasn't paying me nothing to do any work on him, but that's what she went in that sector and said. She said that I was doing work for her and her husband, and that's not true. I never touched their relationship. I did one cleanse on the bitch and let her sit in with a Sabbath, her and Janice. That was it. I personally feel like she claimed that I did work for her and her husband, Tony, at the time, because she was kind of sideways trying to insinuate that the problems that they were having in their marriage was because of me. And it's kind of like, no. She would never have enough money to pay me to help her with any of her spiritual problems. And she has many. She has many. First of all, her major spiritual problem is that her father was the Grand Wizard of the fucking KKK. Talk about problems. And they just placate one another's, sauteing my onions and butter for my gravy. They just literally placate one another's mental illness. And it's totally fucking ridiculous. Bum Dot running around here acting like a desperate ex-lover, just as desperate as Mike, and me and Bum Dot have never even met. How do you end up such an idiot? How? How does life and your brain fail you to that fucking capacity? I'm going to tell you how. It's all fake. Believe it or not, I didn't believe it. I had to see it to fucking believe it. But there are literally fake people in this world like that. And they would be an example. It seems almost like they have derealization disorder or some shit. You know, nobody even knows my man. What are you trying to bring shame to my man? He smells me. He knows what I smell like. I've already tried to speak sensibly about the situation, but you can't speak sensibly to a bunch of fucking idiots. If a person has a foul odor down in their vagina, they would simply need to go to the doctor. So we all know, okay, if you haven't caught on yet, you do realize that the reason why Mike is claiming that I have a foul odor is simply because he's upset that he never had control over me. I don't want to say that he can't control me anymore. He's never had control over me. The only reason why he's even saying it. Here comes Bum Dot, the bottom feeder. Literally, the shit eater. When you think about it, they all just sit around and eat each other's shit all day and night. It's ridiculous, and it's so stupid. And the crazy part about it is that a lot of those chicks in that sector have slept with multiple men in multiple trolls, not men. Multiple trolls in that sector, literally. For years, Bum Dot started this whole trend in their sector because it's only real in their sector. It's not even real there either. Right? He started this whole trend that because of the monkey, all of a sudden, does anybody want to fuck behind Jamila? Well, why would that even be a fucking option? Here I am. Literally, I have not had that many sexual partners. I am disease free. One of them even was delusional enough to call me a pass around, even though I've only been with one person. In that sector, which was a mistake. Yes, I made a mistake. So the fuck what? Now you're making a mistake. Yeah. So they literally know about one person that I've slept with, but I'm a whore and all this shit. Isn't it just, it's stupid. And what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get to my man? You think people are stupid? He doesn't watch you. He doesn't give a fuck. You think people don't have an intuition? I'm still his princess, regardless to what you say. You cannot turn a good woman into a whore. You can't do it just by simply stating it. That I think that that's something that really, really, really bothers them, is the fact that I haven't been with that many people and that I'm not nasty. So they're gonna carry forth this thing, and Mike's stupid puppeteered ass goes along with it. How do you desecrate your own self to try to get at somebody else, even though it's gonna fail? I got 10 pounds of salt on the fucking way, and I am not bullshitting. 10 pounds of salt. I got like 4 big boxes of rock salt and 3 pounds of sea salt. Trust me, it's as simple as me taking a salt bath if I felt some kind of fucking way about the shit. Oh my God, they're gonna dirty me up. Oh God, right, sure. Sure you are. Sure you are. It's stupid. All right. Oh, this one takes 3 cups of cold water. All right, we're gonna do that one. I'm using okay. Yeah. Okay. I think probably the best thing for me to do is to add, I'm gonna let these onions caramelize a little bit more. It's all fake. It's all fake. In the meantime, none of those people actually have a real social life in the meantime. That's what, and they lie and try to, especially Talia. I went out with some friends. No, you didn't. You ain't went nowhere with no friends. You ain't got no man, Talia. Nobody. It's not. In fact, that's the only reason why you even had a baby, was so that you could make it look like you have a normal mind or a normal life. In reality, all they all do is sit around and obsess over the assignment that a deceased white woman gave to them 13 fucking years ago. And that's why I be telling people, don't let it stress you out, because I sure on the fuck don't. It's like watching an episode of the fucking Three Stooges. I am not connected to those people socially, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, mentally, financially. I have no connection to any of those people at all. The only spiritual connection that I got with them is the fact that they already know the message. They already got the message. Okay, that's enough. Okay. I'm gonna put these 2 cups in here. Let's go ahead and just do it all. I think it's ridiculous. And they are frauds. However, that's the closest to any type of social life that any of those people actually fucking have in this world. It's sad. You would think they would have enough sense to drop the Jamila storyline from their sector, but they can't do it because they're too actually obsessed with me. And they already know that that obsession is destroying them. How do you not have any pride and self-respect? How? And then they'll have the nerve to get embarrassed about it. What is their reaction to being actually embarrassed by their own behavior? Coming on here and talking more shit about me. Listen, we all know the whole world knows. It doesn't matter how many times you come on here with some stupid ass roasting, misinformation, lies and deception. The whole world knows. The whole world knows that you people are gang stalkers. The whole world knows that y'all are all mentally ill. It does not matter. Okay? You have been told so many times to quit saying my name, too. And I meant what the fuck I said. I don't need validation, nor do I. I know that a lot of them trolls get excited. A lot of them lonely people in that sector get excited when somebody bring up their name. You know, most normal people, if they get lonely, they go and they find companionship. What are y'all doing? Too far gone. No woman in her 30s or 40s, no grown man in his 30s, 40s, or 50s should be online talking about the way a woman smells. I shouldn't have to come on here and say, my coochie smell like water. That's so stupid. Like, ew. Ugh. But I'm still going to say it because, you know, it just is what it is. I can honestly say that if I ever had a smell down there, I would go to the fucking doctor. That's what people do. I remember a few 2 years ago. Goodness gracious, 2 years ago, I filmed my bathroom and I had some monostat 7. Oh yeah, it's a monostat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeast infections suck. They itch like a son of a bitch. Oh yeah, you stink down there. No, no. That would be bacterial infection or bacterial vaginosis. A yeast infection doesn't have a smell. That's like basic women's health information. We have women, and Tasha K did that to Cardi B, and you see that Tasha K got sued for that very same thing for millions of dollars. Does that deter black people from doing and saying ignorant shit? No, it doesn't. They just keep going. Everybody knows that if you have a yeast infection, it's not going to be a smell unless you just naturally have a stank smell down there. But if you have any kind of smell in your vagina, that is bacterial vaginosis. Doesn't matter if you've been having it all your life. You just ain't got it treated your whole life. A yeast infection doesn't have a smell, it just itches. Bacterial vaginosis has a smell. Bad smell, real rank. Okay. You know what's ironic is that when I had my Terry Cloth 97 channel, I actually put up a video about that, and that video literally had well over 6 million views, that one video where I was discussing women's health. I might go ahead and do another one for this channel. I would, if I ever developed a smell down there, you think I would be dumb enough to be going to the damn pharmacy to get fucking monostat 7? But then again, an ignorant black chick named Talia in California who is literally running that sector, and they wonder why they all broke. She's kind of carrying their group because she's literally she's one of the most manipulative gang stalkers that's in that sector. uh, and We've already exposed it. Everybody knows that you're a gang stalker. You can't manipulate anybody. A lot of them are manipulators in that sector. That's why you have to be careful when strange people call your fucking phone. By the way, be careful. Be very careful. Have y'all ever saw that movie called Identity Thief? Well, it was just a movie. I wouldn't have never became friends with her, but it's a movie, only in the movies. But you remember at the beginning of the movie, I think I'm gonna watch that tonight. I love that movie. But remember at the beginning of the movie, Melissa McCartney, she actually calls the dude, she calls him, plays him, and gets his personal information, social security number, everything. Please be careful with people like that. They're scammers. And they don't even scam people really out of their money. They want your information so that they can stalk you and do as much as possible. Sansa Ray's not dead. How the fuck is that? Oh my god, I can't. I can't with that shit. Are you for real? How is she not dead? And we saw the obituary. That is crazy. That lady that came back to life. Goodness gracious. Okay. So my gravy is done. Let me taste it. Ooh, that's good. That's perfect. That's gonna be good with that chicken and rice. That's gonna be good. And I'm gonna warm this chicken up a little bit. Let me check my rice. No, my rice ain't done yet. Still kind of crunchy. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? Put this back on air fry. We're gonna put it on. What's the lowest setting? I don't want it to dry out. It's not gonna dry out though because I put olive oil on it. I just want to make sure that it stays warm. I need about mm, yeah, I think that should be good. Let me see if this rice needs more water. I rinsed the hell out of this rice, y'all. Yeah, that rice needs a little bit more water in it. So we'll go ahead and get all the way done. Ooh, okay, there we go. And I'm gonna turn off this gravy. Ooh, shit. Was that the wrong one? All right. I'm gonna turn off this gravy because it's ready. Mm-hmm. All righty then. Please stop placating Bum Dots. Bum Dot and Mike, they really are mentally ill. They have problems with delusions and thinking things that are there that are not fucking real. Bum Dot has been attacking me in social media for years because he's angry. Literally, there is nothing between me and the bomb. Nothing. There's nothing between me and Mike. But it really ain't never been anything between me and that bomb. So, you ain't gonna drive me crazy. You know, y'all hear my stomach growling? Somebody will make comment about my stomach growling. Yeah, I'm cooking dinner now. Your stomach is growling. Duh. Duh, duh, duh. Duh, really? Duh, duh, duh. Stupid asses. I swear. Ugh. Be careful with them people, y'all. They're scammers. Don't believe anything that comes out of their mouths because they're liars. Okay? All right, y'all. I gotta go.